Okay, I think we may have lost you there at the for a couple of seconds, but as I was saying, we should see a good game. Team that adapt themselves more quickly to the conditions here, particularly the midfielders, would be the team that would come out victorious. The Naparima defense, they have not been really well tested in the last couple of games, and we should see this afternoon if Princestown will give them the kind of test that they should get, especially in a final.
So as we look out there, we see the officials for this game. It's the Bemol and Company, and now we have Kamala Prasad Bissessa, who is
the new Minister of Education.
Yes, she's about to. So let's see what happens here. And there is the whistle to send us on our way. Again, we welcome you here on the NBN network, 91.1 FM and 32 and 13 as a shot that goes in, but it doesn't count. A foul there for Hector, as he was really just pulling at his man there. He really just blew past Lacroix, but he had to hold him to get there, and referee Bemol immediately pulls him up for it.
Some of the supporters thought it was a legal goal because they were shaking hands and so on next to me here in the stand.
What a dream start that would have been, had they been able to get that one into the back of the net. But it doesn't count. Lacroix plays this one up 300 times.
Probably I get a calculator to check.
He's been here, there, and everywhere. And boy, they did need him. A couple of goals. This is a lovely ball coming in there. The goalkeeper is coming, and Marshall is going to get it back. He decides to dribble and loses out. He had men in the position. Now they're going to have to return inside there, but a lovely effort there again by Naparima. They're so dangerous on the counter-attack. But the goalkeeper coming up big time there, Marlon Sylvester for Princestown. He's not out of the woods yet. This one comes across, but he's going to accept that quite nicely. So a good sequence this. So again, the ball played in the middle, players battling for it. But coming back there and winning it now, here is Borrell. This is the man, the defender turned striker now. He plays a ball forward, he's a strong man. But that's a solid challenge coming in there. That's the challenge of a big man coming over.
Princestown kicking with the breeze behind their backs. They're kicking towards the western goal. The ball is played by Darius into Powell, but his pass is intercepted there by Devatai to Charles. Charles, a good reverse pass. Gets it there to Marshall. Marshall going towards goal. This could be a chance. Marshall hits it past the post. This should have been goal number 1 for Princestown. It was really a good build-up there by the Princestown team. It went to Marshall, and he picked his spot on the far post, but he picked it a little wide, Ruskin. He pulled it a little bit too much.
He more than pulled it there. In fact, he tugged it.
He was a charge. Charge controls, going forward with it. Is he going to try a shot? Decides on a shot. Bounces off the head. And, well, what another golden opportunity this time for Julian. It was a shot by Charles. The ball went to the Naparima goalkeeper, Sylvester. Having 2 good opportunities. They could have been leading by 2 goals to nil because they were fairly simple ones. One by Marshall, the other by Julian. There are 2 strikers. Free kick now. Brown takes it, puts it up the middle, gets it to McKnight. This could be a chance for Naparima. And this could be it. Yes, McKnight gets his head on it. The ball went over the head of goalkeeper Marlon Sylvester. It bounced and bounced, and as much as the Princestown defenders tried to get back on it, the ball bounced into the goal, hit it, the ball hit under the crossbar, bounced back into play. Eventually, the ball was played into touch over the goal line. It's going to be a right side corner for the Naparima team, and we see the Princestown goalkeeper running and spotting the ball for Naparima. He wants to get on with the game. He knows that there isn't very much time for his team to get an equalizer. McKnight taking his time about it. There's a short ball to his captain Brown. Brown swings it across. Getting just a touch on it is Hector. Runs towards the left. Devatai has a shot off the body by Princestown. There goes the referee's whistle to indicate that it's the end of the game. And at the end of this interval final,
okay, certainly, suddenly, it is a celebration of sorts for them. And you can see some of the fans are trying to come out on the field right now. It is a situation where Naparima are going to celebrate big victory. No doubt, disappointment on the part of Princestown, but Naparima remain unbeaten. A near-perfect season for them. And no doubt, proudly displaying their 4th Intercal title here this evening. A big victory for them. And we see some of the fans just coming onto the field at the moment. And I have my good buddy with me here, David John Williams. And David, no doubt, this must be a very, very proud moment for you.
Heaven must feel like this. After the FA Cup, Naparima Intercol champ, you have a shot at the Big Four next week Wednesday. I mean, it has been a great week after a tough season.
And no doubt, the youngsters certainly gave this a splendid display this afternoon. There are moments they didn't play as well as they are accustomed to, but in the end, they somehow found a way.
Well, you know, Atiba McKnight has been in a scoring slump. He came through today, he scored the all-important winning goal. I think he has a bright future ahead of him if he keeps his head on his shoulders. I mean, we must pay tribute to Jan. We went all the way. We have been unbeaten so far. I think we can create history by all on Wednesday next.
That's Big Four, the Intercol title in the bag. It's now up to the Big Four. Let me see if I could just get a word in here. The guys are scattered all over the place. And no doubt, look, there's John over there. So we're trying to get over to John Stedman, who no doubt will try to do this whole thing here this afternoon, as we basically try to get John away from the supporters just a little bit. And we're just trying to get John into position for a whole, have to basically hold him by his hands, literally, to get him here. But it's obviously a big moment for him as the invasion is well and truly imagine I'm getting soaked and all suddenly. It's been that kind of a day here.
Celebrations are certainly
as we get into position for this presentation and everything else. So we are more or less just getting it here. And yes, folks, I don't know if they're paying me for this, but no doubt we have with us the coach of this team here, John Stedman, and it has been a long season for him. We know it's been a tough one for Naparima. It's been a long season, it's been a hard one, and no doubt, John, your thoughts on this. Finally, the guys have been able to win the big one for you.
Yes, after so many years, reaching almost to the finals twice with Benedict, and lost to Signal Hill, and coming out with Naparima, a team that played their heart. Not so much of a skillful team, but a team. They play more teamful game, because last time we had better players, but they were not putting it together. These guys are a bunch of hearted guys. I had to give everything out to them. I love them because they take the hardship I give them, the hard ball out, the things I do to them, you know, to motivate them. I played out this afternoon.
Yeah, but what about the performance itself? There are moments they seem a little bit flat. What would you tell them at their half?
Well, half time I told them that they are the champions, and you don't play timid football. This is the whole thing about them. They play timid football many times because of the press writing up other teams and boasting up other teams. These guys, they are no one, you know, nobody don't know them, they're no stars. So they go out there timid. And I told them after, I said, listen, you all are a better team in this team. You have played them twice, you beat them twice, you can beat them again. So go out there and control the game. And this is what they did. And I mean, the scoreline should be a little more for me.
Yes, indeed, they got 2 early chances, but the goalkeeper came up big on both occasions, at least just to do enough to throw them off. But once you were able to do that, you must have felt that maybe today is your day.
Yeah. I had to congratulate the Precision goalkeeper. I think he's a youth that we should look at, because goalkeeping don't really come through all the time. And when you have a guy like that, you need to pull him in and start nurturing him. And I think he will go places.
Okay, once again, coach, congratulations. I know you're in for the big one Wednesday.
Thank you very much. Yeah.
John Stedman there, the coach of the Naparima team, saluting very, very much indeed, and a very proud man indeed as they celebrate yet another victory here today, with no doubt trying to get this whole thing inside there. It's going to be very tough indeed for them, and no doubt, sadly, when you consider that they played unbeaten all season, I think the only other team to have done that would have to be that Naparima, that team with Russell Arapi from San Fernando Tech. They would have only been the other team to have done this thing today, up to this time, and this has been a wonderful achievement by Naparima up there.
Yes, Braxton, it would have been unfortunate for them to go all the way, having not lost the game during the season, to have lost in the qualifiers. Princeton had the opportunities that we had been saying. They did not make use of the opportunities. And Naparima, as Dan said and their coach said, they really had their heart, play their hearts out
trying to come forward here to get the presentation done of the players. And we have with us, who of course is the president of the secondary. This must be a very proud moment for you as well. I think you're wearing, I don't know which hat you're wearing this evening, president of the league or somebody who's been so close to this field.
Good, Ruskin, good.
Yeah.
But it's a dream come true for us. It's 5 years of planning. We saw it come to fruition.
Yeah.
Hard work. I'm so happy for the boys, extremely happy. We have 1 goal to go again, that's the big 4. That's on Wednesday.
Yeah, but how do you feel though? So much work has gone into this, and finally the youngsters have been able to achieve it.
This is what makes it worth it. This is exactly what makes it worth it. To see, after all the work, you achieve the goal that you set at the beginning of the season.
Roy, as president of the league, to get a final, to get this kind of a turnout, must be a very gratifying feeling for you.
Excellent. Ruskin, there are many people who are saying that, we should not have shifted the final. But if you look and see what's happening, there's a stout crowd that's coming out to support football. So we had to do it. And I mean, this is a win. It's a win for football.
Okay, thanks a lot. Roy Jagrup Singh here. We see the players from Princestown just coming behind, and no doubt they obviously are a little bit disappointed. It's really now time, ladies and gentlemen. It is well and truly on. And I think they're getting ready to do their presentation. I think they're getting set to do the presentation. The Princestown players are obviously going to receive first as they get ready to do their presentation here this afternoon. They're just getting ready to do the honors here this afternoon. It's been a tough time for